Hello, students. We are going to be looking at completing square method of solving quadratic equation, and we have a question right before us, which we are to solve by completing the square method, the given equation. And the first thing we need to do with this is to collect like terms. So we are going to collect like terms. All right. Now collecting like terms means the algebra should be on one side, which preferably this time around is going to be on the left side. So we are going to have 4x squared then minus 11x is equals to 21. All right. And the second thing we need to do is to make the coefficient of x squared 1 by dividing through by the coefficient of x squared. It is logical we do that. So we are going to have 4x squared, of course, over 4, then minus 11x all over 4, then is equals to 21 over 4. Now, once we carry out this, we are going to have x squared minus 11 over 4x, then we are going to have 21 over 4. Now the next step we are going to take is the most important step in this method, which is actually to complete the square. And how do we do that? We are going to add to both sides, this time around the left and the right hand side, okay, to both sides the square of the half of the coefficient of x. Okay, now I need you to follow me gradually to really understand what I'm going to be doing here. Now you follow the statement. We need to know the coefficient of x. Now what is the coefficient of x? Now the coefficient of x is actually minus 11 over 4. Good. Then let's talk about the half of it. Half of it, that is the coefficient of x now, is going to be 1 over 2 of course, minus 11 over 4. Now this is going to be minus 11 over 8. Then the square of it, now the square of it is actually minus 11 over 8 all squared, which is actually 121 over 64. But I wouldn't want to do that. Let me just go with what I have here now. Then we'll move. Okay, we are going to add to both sides. So you are going to have your x squared. Okay, then minus 11 over 4x. Then plus you have minus 11 over 8 all squared is equals to, we have 21 over 4, then plus into minus 11 over 4. Now it is very important you take note that I picked minus 11 over 4 as the coefficient, and that is what is in the bracket. All right, very important. Now once you've done this step, you've completed the square. Now what does that mean? It means that the equation now on the left hand side is now a perfect square equation. Now to factorize it, you are going to pick whatever is here, then you pick the unknown, which is x, right? So you have your x, then minus 11 over 8 all squared. Now by doing this, you factorize that. Now is equals to, we have 21 over 4, then plus, of course, this is square. So once a negative is being squared, it turns positive. Now this is 121 over 64 over, no, okay, because this is 8, so I think my mistake, so let me correct it. This should be 8. All right, so this should be 8, then over 64. Good. So since we have this, then we move ahead to continue this x minus 11 over 8 all squared is equals to, now I can work this using my fraction knowledge. then the LCM is 64. Of course, this is going to be 16, because 64 divided by 4 is 16. And so we have 16 times 21 is I think, okay, that is 336, then plus, of course, this is 121. So we have this. Now this is x 11 over 8 all squared, now is equals to I'm going to have 457 over 64. So we are moving closer to the end of the question. Now the next thing we need to do is to, we are looking for x, right? So we are going to square root both sides, okay, just because we want to get our x. Now this is going to be x minus 11 over 8 all squared, but remember we are square rooting both sides, so we have the square root sign, okay, then is equals to, we have 457 over 64. Remember we are square rooting both sides, so this is what we have. All right, now good. But you see, anytime you square root a number, it is actually both the positive and the negative of it, so you have it that way. Now this will cancel this out, so that you're going to have x minus 11 over 8 now is equals to plus minus, I'm going to have root of 457 all over 8. Then we are going to have x is now equals to, I'm going to have this one will move to the other side because we are looking for x. All right, once it moves, it becomes 11 over 8 plus minus square root of 457 over 8. Now x is either equals to 11 over 8 plus the root of 457 over 8, or x we can say is equals to 11 over 8 minus the root of 457 over 8. Now this is going to be equals to, of course, the LCM is 8, so you are going to have your 8, then you have your 11 plus root of 457, or you have your x is equals to the same thing, you are going to have 8, then you have your 11 minus root of 457. Now it is you are going to use your calculator now to actually get the root of 457. So x is going to be 11 plus, and the root of 457 is 21.38. all right, to 2 decimal places, so you have 21.38 all over 8, or you have x is equals to, you're gonna have 11 minus 21.38 all over 8. All right, now your x is going to be either 32, once you sum that, 0.38 all over 8, or you are going to have x is equals to minus 10.38 all over 8. And finally, your answer is either 4.05, or you have your x as minus 1.30. So basically, this is what you need to know as far as completing the square method of solving quadratic equation is. It is simple, so you go over it and make sure you master it, and maybe get some examples and solve on your own to actually check the answer. So thank you so much for listening, and don't forget to subscribe.